What's up, everybody? I'm Lou, and this is Metal Lens Reviews. Hope you're all doing well. So, if this is your first time here, you're checking out my channel, you like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me to provide you guys with more content to watch. Alright, so this is another random pull, guys, and I'm going to see how long I can keep, doing this. This random picks. I'll eventually go back to my, usual picks, which also are very random. But yeah, there's a slew of pop artists from around the world. Every continent, every country, you can have one. Obviously, the ones that are kind of the ones that stand out are, like K-pop, J-pop, and so on and so forth. But yeah, this is Thai pop. So from Bangkok, Thailand, which I don't even know. I mean, I know music is there. They have their own tradition. It's very South Asian, very just different. You could kind of tell, that part of the world different from the rest of the, Asian societies. And it just stands out. Even the way they write is different. And like I said, they have Thailand has a culture on its own. So this is an artist from there, and I guess the simplified version of her name is Gena Desouza, and the song's called Drunk. Now, this isn't a new song, and I'm just getting around to this because this just seemed very appropriate, and if I had to guess, pretty wild. Then again, I don't know, but I'm curious. And this is, like I said, this is completely a blind pick. I just kind of did this and picked an artist from Bangkok, and I don't even know if she's from there, but I know she's Thai and all that stuff. So, yeah. And given the amount of views, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not new. It's been around, this video, but it's my first time seeing it. So, and like I said, the amount of attention, I guess, it got at the time. I'm curious, man. Alright, well, let me stop wasting time here, cue this video up, and we're going to check it out together, because I'm excited. Alright, this is going to be, I don't know, probably wild. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. Alright, let's go.
It's Ketchup Radio.
ไม่ต้องเดินกุมมือไม่ต้องบอกรักไม่ต้องเจอเพื่อนเธอที่ฉันไม่รู้จักจะไปที่ไหนก็ไม่ต้องนัดจริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอไม่รู้สิฉันจะยิ้มได้ที่พรุ่งนี้หรือเมื่อไรบอกฉันทีใจทนไปอย่างนี้คงไม่ดี Oh no no ไม่เห็นมีคำว่ารักจากเธอเป็นแค่ลมพัดผ่านไปจบเสียทีฉันจะร้องให้เธอแค่เพียงครั้งสุดท้ายเธอทำเหมือนฉันเป็นคนไม่มีความหมายที่ผ่านมานั้นเคยผูกพันกันบ้างไหมไม่ต้องเดินกุมมือไม่ต้องบอกรักไม่ต้องเจอเพื่อนเธอที่ฉันไม่รู้จัก
Alright, so right off the bat, that beat, the way it's flowing anyway, reminds me of something. Like I said, this isn't my genre, this is my style, so I'm like really, flying blind here. But definitely does remind me something commercial, something I heard maybe like on radio or at a party or something. Now, like I said, I could have went with a very traditional Thai kind of background, but I was like, let me try, T-pop, as they call it. Pop music from Thailand. Yeah, and she's cool, and, she's hitting all the right, I guess, curves, pretty much. It's a very radio playable song, something they would hear maybe like in a club or a bar or whatever. And I'm sure she's still making music today. In fact, I think she released a song not too long ago. I mean, by the time I post this is probably going to be even older. But obviously, her career is still going forward, and she's probably super big there. And I don't know, probably tours. I don't know. Like I said, it's very random, but charismatic, like I said, and it does sound familiar. Like you could tell the influences a little bit, but with her twist, and it's a very unique language too. But yeah, it's different enough, I mean, yeah, taking one look at this without any context, you're definitely going to associate it with something from the West, American style pop music, rap, R&B, what have you. It just has that kind of flow you would see in, a lot of female artists today. But that's not a bad thing, It's a kind of a way of flattering, the people you grew up listening to and trying to emulating that sound, but kind of putting your own twist to it. So, kudos to her. Let's keep going.
จะไปที่ไหนก็ไม่ต้องนัดจริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอไม่ต้องคอยมาคุมไม่ต้องกดไนท์ไม่ต้องคอยโทรตามว่าจะถึงเมื่อไหรลองเดินคนเดียวมันก็ alright จริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอ อย่าหวังดีถ้าเธอหวังแล้วไม่ดีแบบนี้ก็จบไป
And another thing I just got to say, just the way the video is kind of stylized. I don't know if they meant to do this on purpose, but it looks like it was filmed it's high quality, but it has like a stylish that, I don't know, like early 2000s, maybe late 90s, maybe today. Like I said, this is not my genre, so I don't know where they're particular pulled in from when it comes to this genre, obviously, because, like if she did this song in English and, it was played on our radios here in the States, it would probably show up on a chart, be played in in an Instagram reel or something, or whatever, it would get probably a lot more attention, And then for all I know, she could be, a top dog star. I don't know, but obviously, I think the views go without saying. She's super talented. But it just at the same time, though, I'm getting a lot of reminiscing of, girl groups, or not girl groups, but like female artists that cover that broad range of like hip hop and rap and pop, and they kind of blend it all together. You know what I mean? There's a lot of artists. Ariana Grande, I want to say maybe. Not Cardi B. She's a little harsh, but you know what I'm saying. Rihanna, maybe. Beyonce. I get shades of that when I'm watching this, and but I mean, like I said, she's doing her own thing. The video, I love the color setting. This is cool. It's very stylized. It has a kind of a shade of its own. I like it, but it does. It's kind of nostalgic too. Like where you've seen it before, you kind of miss it, but it's cool. And I'm sure this isn't even meant to be trying to pay like a homage to whatever influenced her to do this song or whatever she listened to, but whatever, to each his own. I just said that's the one thing that came to mind when I listened to this. I heard those influences right away from like Western style music. It's definitely bleeding over here, but the thing with Thailand, Bangkok, and just the culture over there is just drastically different from the rest of Asia. Well, I would say every Asian culture has something new and unique to bring to the table, despite the close proximities. You could almost see the difference too, just at a glance. South Asia, North Asia, and so on and so forth. But that's besides the point. I don't know. There is a uniqueness, and just the way they kind of the extras and the dancers carry themselves. It's familiar, but also they're kind of doing their own thing here. So I like that. It's familiar enough. You know what I mean? Where you can get kind of comfortable segue into this. But if this was promoted here in the United States, yeah, she would definitely, get a call from an agent or something. Let's keep going.
เสียดายไม่ต้องเสียไม่ต้องได้ไม่ต้องอายแค่น้ำตาไม่ได้ขอให้เธอกลับมาแค่น้ำตาที่จะร้องให้เธอแค่เพียงครั้งสุดท้ายเธอทำเหมือนฉันเป็นคนไม่มีความหมายที่ผ่านมานั้นเคยผูกพันกันมันไหมไม่ต้องเดินกุมมือไม่ต้องบอกรักไม่ต้องเจอเพื่อนเธอที่ฉันไม่รู้จักจะไปที่ไหนก็ไม่ต้องนัดจริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอไม่ต้องคอยมาคุมไม่ต้องกดไหนไม่ต้องคอยโทรตามมาจะถึงเมื่อไรลองเดินคนเดียวมันก็ alright จริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอ
Can you imagine seeing me like drive by blasting this music, like how I look? You know, I would have people. There'd be a lot of questions. Be like, Lou, are you okay? Blink twice if you're all right, because it's so like out of my norm. But whatever. You know, I'm curious what other people are gonna comment about me watching this too, because like and like I said, you can't really ping a specific style music on my channel. I did this purposely to in case someone out of the blue, I don't know, sends me something to listen to and it's like out there, wouldn't feel that awkward. Like, I mean, this, I don't know how to properly assess this because it's not my kind of music, so I can only recollect and use so many adjectives to describe this, but I don't know. I'm kind of glad it has that kind of familiar realm where I'm like, okay, I'm in the ballpark. I know what this is about, but that's all I got, No, but she's trying really hard, like this artist, to just kind of, I guess, get that other fan base, right? Because that's what I would do if I didn't, if I was trying to, expand my fan base and kind of reach out to everybody, I would. My song would definitely be familiar, to other artists, or not exactly sound the same, but have that hook there. So in case I get a new artist that's used to this style of music, but not from like in this case like Thailand, but they still could recognize it for what it is. The beat is very familiar to me. It just has that certain rattle and hook that you hear in these kind of songs, like this, that broad spectrum, like I was saying, that rap, pop, and hip hop fusion, because that's what this is. That it gives me that bad girl kind of vibe that I see a lot. Social media and stuff, TikTok, what have you. This is definitely for that crowd, but it's interesting seeing the other side of the world approach it, It's like they took what they knew worked and added a little spice to it and stuff. So, because despite the appearance, it might look familiar. Them singing in their native language, which was a bold move. And just, I don't know, their demeanor too is, kind of different. But I like it though. It's cool. It's like I said, it's not my bag. It's not, this will never show up on my Spotify playlist, but I appreciate it for what it is, and I like that they're taking, the influences that they've listened to and seen, and, putting a little, Thai style to it, which is cool. Alright, let's keep going.
ไม่ต้องเดินกุมมือไม่ต้องบอกรักไม่ต้องเจอเพื่อนเธอที่ฉันไม่รู้จักจะไปที่ไหนก็ไม่ต้องนัดจริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอไม่ต้องคอยมาคุมไม่ต้องgood nightไม่ต้องคอยโทรตามมาจะถึงเมื่อไรลองเดินคนเดียวมันก็ alright จริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอจริงๆมันก็ดีที่ไม่มีเธอ ไม่ต้องเดินกุมมือไม่ต้องบอกรักไม่ต้องเจอ
Wow. Okay. God. How do you follow that, right? That was cool. They seem like they know what they're doing. They're definitely partying over there. This is cool. This is cool. It was cool seeing the other side, attempt their version of like this, mix of, pop, rap, hip-hop, and R&B all blended together. Throw in some Thai spice, and you got this. That's what I got out of it. It's familiar. I know the hook. I've definitely heard this before, this style anyway. The dress, the dances, like I said, it's all just from stuff I've seen or, what other friends have showed me in this, genre of music. But with a Thai attitude to it. And it's cool. It's cool, Like I said, the fact that she's singing in her own language, and it just, it does have a bit of a kind of a foreign feel. I want to say it's a great blend of not traditional, but I guess what they would perceive as like rap and pop, and stuff that they heard from the West, whether it be the UK or America, and kind of doing their own thing. But yeah, I definitely see the allure. I see why people really like this, and especially over there. And like I said, I guess it's a radio friendly song. It comes off like that. It sounds like it would be trendy. It probably was, given the amount of views it had. It's not new, but I imagine this is probably still played to this day on the radio or the bar or whatever. And I'm almost pretty sure this artist is, still doing her thing. So, that's awesome. But yeah, there you have it, guys. Gena Desouza with the song Drunk. And that was a trippy song. Alright, guys, that's all I got. Hey, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to, throw me a recommendation, something you want me to check out, review, or react to, awesome. I'll leave a link down below. You can reach me through that, entitled Buy Me a Coffee. Other than that, my friends, thanks again for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Peace.